hopefully that'll be enough to sync up the old audio and all that. So, a little bit of something nice today, isn't it? Shame about the weather. If you're wondering about all these motorcycles we're passing, there's a group ride out going on back there, and I must admit I am not one for waiting around. I've got no patience today, I just can't be bothered. So for the most part, I'll put my headset on, job done, the old sat-nav's on the way. For the most part, who I am is basically I just do my own thing, so group rides and such, they don't really appeal to me too much. It's a bit of a shame really, isn't it? But that's just who I am, that's what I do, so I'll carry on doing that. And you know, I've been standing around, sort of got myself a cup of coffee, about half an hour out of word, and one of them said yeah, probably be about 20 minutes, half an hour until we go out. And I thought, well, I'm here by myself, I've got no one to talk to, I could make an effort and socialise to people, but it's, you know, it's just really not my cup of tea. I despise people. That's basically my thing. I just don't like being around people I don't know, for the most part. You know, otherwise I'm a very friendly person, so it got me thinking, like, I know it makes me sound like an arsehole, and to be honest, yeah, sure, why not? A couple of years back, I went to the London motorcycle show with a friend, and he went specifically to see one of his YouTubers, and I thought, well, that's nice, you know, someone that does the YouTube stuff. Thank you, Google. I want to stick my foot out there, but and all that. Thank you. See, I've got the US in my head again. I'll get on point in a minute. And you know, when I see people like stick their foot out and such, oh, very nice. I want to give them the wave. I want to give them the nod, the old leg out, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I want to get out there and do that again at some point, and fingers crossed it might be sometime this year. So back on point, cost machines bad, don't do it. The whole YouTube thing and becoming famous or semi-famous, I don't know, however you want to put it, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not sure what that whole thing entails. I just don't really like the idea of becoming famous through YouTube, and this is going to sound a bit self-obsessive, depreciating, whatever, however you say it. It's just, when it gets to the point where people love your stuff to the point they're actually willing to meet you. I've had one fella do that at one of the motorcycle shows. He was a really lovely chap, actually. It was genuinely a nice experience, and I know not all people are going to be that genuinely nice, but for the most part it's a community, it's a thing, it's a this, it's a that, and you know, I absolutely love when people jump on the old tubes and check out my stuff and go on about this, that and the other, and ask me questions. And you know, the reason I do these videos is to ask you questions. Don't get many replies, but very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. I'll get on with the video in a minute, won't I? Hello, 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 hello. There we go. All good? Yep, done, sorted, lovely. Anyway, where were we? They've come the scenic route. They could have come up the M1, but nope. Screw the M1 on a day like this. Where was I? Yes, so easy, Apple Corp. I'm not a big fan of the whole being famous thing, because I just find the whole thing repulsive, if that makes sense. Now, we can have a look at like the TV, the news, all that kind of stuff, and when you see like the paparazzi swarm around people, they swarm. Now, I'm not talking about that kind of famous, but famous enough where like random people and random strangers will notice you. They'll see the bike, they'll see the backpack, for example, because that's about the most identifiable thing about me aside from the helmet. The orange jacket will come back out when the weather decides to warm the hell up. So maybe I'll be recognisable that way, but for the most part, I'm not a very recognisable person. I don't stand out. I don't really have much of a personality that screams, "Hey, come talk to me." You know, I am that one person, that one individual who walks around the car park by himself with his helmet in his hand, just oogling up a bunch of bikes and just moving on. You know, I have a look at the bike, the tyres, I know it's a strange thing, but yeah, I look at the tyres, the brand, the model, the engine, the overall cleanliness of it, and also the exhaust as well, because the exhausts I quite like. But for the most of it, I spent a few seconds just quick eye of the bike. Oh, that's nice. Give it a quick nod, off you go, sort of thing. Nothing too special. So yeah, basically, not sure if you can hear that. That's my old sat nav googly goo telling me what to do. I'm just going to scoot around you. Thank you very much. Lovely. Which way did she say to go? I can't remember. That's left, I think. More bikes. More bikes, more bikes, more bikes. I'm going to get a bloody neck ache with all the nodding I'm doing today. And I'll do this as well. I keep putting my hand out like that. It's just the US coming back again. But back on point again. How do you feel about the whole being famous and social, that kind of stuff? Because, you know, maybe you are a social person. Maybe you're a social butterfly, whatever they call them these days. I've just never found a need for it. If I want to talk to people, I'll talk to people. Although, I'm more than happy enough for people to come up to me and start a conversation. That's great. I love that to an extent. It's just not when there's like 4 or 5 people. Is that Vulcan S? No. Close though. The headlight looked the same. Yeah, I don't do the whole social interaction thing very well. So when there's like 4 or 5 of you that just sort of surround me, it becomes a bit like, oh, what's all this? How do I cope with that? Not that that's ever happened yet, but you know, could happen. Oh, that feels good. It feels good, it sounds good. It is good. And then we slow it back down to a 40. Lovely stuff. Right, so while we're nice and slowed down, I think I'll end the video there. So have yourselves a lovely weekend, lovely day and all that kind of jazz. And until next time, as usual, as always, we like to say, ta for now.